Today we'll discuss 2019 paper, ICSE board, section A. Okay, let us start with that. You'll get an idea about how to solve this paper because I have tried to create this video so that it will help you to understand, especially the section A. It is only of each question carries only 2 or 1 marks. So you can easily understand. So if you take the board paper, now this is 2019 paper. Section A, you have 40 marks. You have to write all the questions are compulsory. Let's start with question 1. Question is given. Name any two basic principles of object-oriented programming. It's for 2 marks, so you are expected to write any of the two program object-oriented programming concepts. So here, as mentioned, encapsulation, abstraction, polymorphism, or inheritance. Any two you can write. Second question is write a difference between unary and binary operator. Now, what is the difference? You can create a table like this and you can mention the differences. Like what is unary operator? It acts on one operand. Binary operator, it acts on two or more operands. Here in unary, you can make use of plus or minus. Okay, the examples are increment and decrement operator. Example, you can see plus plus a and plus a plus plus. For binary operators, the operators are plus, minus, multiplication, division, mod. Example you can give as a plus b, or you can write a into b. Then third question, name the keywords which indicates that a method has no return type. Now here we can simply write void. What is expected? Because when we write a method, before that we write a return type. So that is your void. If you don't want to return anything, okay. Then second is makes the variable a class variable. You need to write static. If you want to make it as a class variable, then you have to write as a static variable because it will be all the objects will share that same variable. That is what you will not have a separate copy for each. That is what you mean by static. Write the fourth question, write the memory capacity of short and float data types in bytes. So for short it is 2 bytes and for float it is 4 bytes. See, these questions are very specific. You do not write more explanation. What is expected is answer to the point. Next is identify and name the following tokens. Now here first one is public. Public you can write it as access specifier or as a keyword. Here single quote a single quote. So here it means it's a character constant. Double equal to it means it's a relational operator. Okay, you can write relational operator. Example you can write equality operator. Okay, next is your curly braces. Now, curly braces is nothing but your separator or delimiter. Generally, when you write your program, we are using that. So that is what is expected. Question number 2, differentiate between if else if and switch case. Now, you have to write exact differences. So in if else if, all relational operators are allowed, whereas in switch case, only one operator is allowed. Okay. So here all data types are allowed. You can write any data types over here. Whereas here you can write only switch. That is when we are passing the expression. It can be an integer, character, or a string. Range of values are compared here. Only one value can be compared. As you can see, you can have a number of values. You syntax also can act as one difference. You can write the syntax of both the if as well as if else as well as switch. In case of if else if all conditions are false, else will be executed only then. Now in case of this, default is if all the cases does not match, then only the default case will match. Question number B, give the output of the following code. Now here you can see here what is the value of P is 20, Q is 19. Now when I say integer dot parseInt means it will take that 20, A will have the value 20 over here. Same way for B, the value will be 19. So when we are printing, so first 20 will be printed, then there is no space over here. Okay, so no space, and then B, which is 19, will be printed. This is how the output will come. What are the various types of errors? You can write these are the three main types of errors: syntax or compile time error, logical error, exception or runtime error. State the data type and values of result after the following is executed. Now here as you can see char ch is equal to 9. Result is equal to character dot is digit char. Now here when I say result is going to have a boolean data type because this is just checking of the value. It will have a boolean data type. In this case, what value it will take, because it's a digit only, so definitely it will give you a true value. Okay, so what is the answer expected in this case? Data type is boolean and value is result, that is the value is true. What is the difference now? This year we do not have this binary search, but still this kind of question comes. Okay, we have bubble sort or linear search is there. So linear search is all the elements are, this came in 2019. So input elements need to be sorted in case of binary search, whereas in linear search they need not be sorted. Okay, even unsorted data you can go for linear search. Linear search does the sequential access. That means it starts from the beginning, it goes till the end. Whereas in binary search, the data elements are accessed randomly. The number of iterations are more because we need to search from beginning till the end. So that is what is your linear search. Whereas in binary search, the number of iterations are reduced to half. Now write a Java expression for the following. Now here, as you can see, this is the absolute sign. Okay, so that is why we have to write mat.abs. Then we have to write x square. X square means it will be mat.pow bracket x comma 2. Close the bracket. Plus then it is 2xy. So it will be 2 into x into y. Close the bracket. Close the bracket. Semicolon in this case it's not required actually. When if you don't write, it's okay. Next is write the return data type of the following function. Start with, it will give you a boolean value whether it is true or false. Random will give you a double value because a number is generated from 0 to 0 to 1. Okay, so it generally has a decimal value. If the value of basic is 1500, what will be the value of tax after the following statement is executed? This is a ternary operator. So as you can see, basic value, if it is greater than, if it is 1500, then definitely this will result into a true value. True means after the question mark, whatever is the value, 200 will be taken as the value of tax. So output will be 200 in this case. Okay. Now here the next question number D. Give the output of the following code and mention how many times the loop will execute. Now this is a loop where, let's take one example and understand this. If you have i's value starting with 5, it has to go up to 1 and I minus minus. Now what is the value? What are the values it will take? Let me try run the program. So initially the value of I is 5. So 5 mod 2, it's not 1. Yeah, it is 1. So what will happen? If it is 1, it will go to continue. Continue will happen means it will not go to the next line. It will go to the next iteration. So now the value of I is 4. Okay, 4 is greater than 1. Yes. So now when 4 mod 2 comes, that time it will not go to continue because the value result is 0. So it will go to the next line. 4 will get printed and it will go to the next iteration. So I's value is 3 now. So 3 mod 2, the remainder is 1. So continue means it will not go to the next line. 3 will not be printed. It will go to the next iteration. So next value it will take is 2. 2 is greater than 1. Yes. So what will happen? 2 mod 2. The remainder is 0. So which is it will not go to continue. It will go and print the 2 over there. Okay. Next value is 1. So 1 mod 2. The answer is 1 actually. So continue means it will not print the next line. It will go to the next iteration. And the value, next value is 0. So 0 is not greater than or equal to 1. So it will, loop will stop. So here as you can see, we got the output as 4 and 2 only. Because only that time the remainder was 1. Okay, when the value of I was 4 and the value of I was 2, at that time the remainder, sorry, that time we got the answer and accordingly it went to the, that is the remainder was 0 over there and that is the reason it went to the next line. It did not go to the continue. So only the result we got was 4 and 2. Next is state the difference between call by value and call by reference. Now what is call by value? While calling a function, we pass values of the variable, whereas in reference, instead of passing the value, we pass the address of the variable. Okay, this is called as call by reference. So in call by value, each variable value of each variable is copied into the corresponding dummy variables. Give the output of the following. Now this is very simple. First, the inner bracket will get executed. So mat.max 9, 16. What is the answer? Answer in this case is 16. Now 16 is passed to mat.sqrt. So what is the square root of 16? It is 4. So answer will be 4 in this case. Question number G. Write the output of the following. So here we have phonics and island. Now here, if we see the first line, here it is what? Phonics, that is this full thing will be taken substring of 0. Substring of 0 means, here in this case, what is the substring over here? 0 means it will take the full one. Okay, it will take full. And whereas concat, it is, next thing is what? Concat S2. S2 is this substring of 2. 2 means it is going to start from second position. So 0, 1 and 2. So it will start from L. Land will be taken in this case. So if you take this, you will have phonics and then you will have land. This is how it happens. Whereas the next line, system.out.println s2.to uppercase. Directly what will happen? Island will get converted to uppercase. Okay. Question number H. Write the expression. Now here expression is given. So here let's say v is equal to x plus minus minus z plus y plus 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 y. So here x value is what? 2. Then what is the value of minus minus z? Minus minus z means this will get decremented. 1 will become 0 over here. Okay, and what is the value of y? Y is 3. Then 3 is incremented after that. 3 is, that is y's next value will be what? Next value is 4 actually. So when we take this value y over here, this will become 4. Then you can simply add them. That is 2 plus 3, which is 5, 5 plus 4, which is 9. Okay. Next question. String x. Now here it's a array of string. Okay. So here when I say x of 3, x of 3 means what? This is x of 0, this is x of 1, this is x of 2, this is x of 3. So answer will be big data. Same way, system.out.println x.length. X.length means what is the length of this particular array. So here what is the length? How many values are there? So we have 1, 2, 3 and 4. Four strings are there. So the answer which we'll get is 4. What is meant by package? Package, you can simply write, it's a mechanism to encapsulate a group of classes, subclasses or sub-packages and interfaces together into, okay. Examples are, we have various packages like lang, io, util, etc. You can give any examples of packages. So this completes your section of 2019 paper. I hope it is clear with you. Thank you.